Good morning to you all, most venerable Mahasangha and my dear colleague. First of all, I would like to grateful most venerable sir giving me a nice introduction first. So today I am going to present one of my research title on study on the awareness and use of sustainable library development initiatives among academic librarians, selected university libraries, Sri Lanka. So all of us know sustainable development is very important nowadays. So I thought this research area, I would be conduct some new thing. So that is why I am selecting this research topic for the beneficial of library and information science field. Sustainable development mainly based on main three pillars: environmental, social and economic area that is based on sustainable development. So when we are using resources, we need to secure them for future generation. That is the very small meaning to sustainable development. So sustainable development based on every human lives. I would like to remind you sustainable development goals. These are the sustainable development goals. There are 17 goals introduced by United Nations to be achieved by 2030. These are the based on my research. So next I will move on to my content. These are the subtopics I am going to present in front of you. Introduction. Actually, Sustainable Development Program come from Millennium Development Goals. That's introduced by the United Nations. So every institutions would be achieved in this goal by 2030. So that is why every society, every part of society should action according to this agenda. Then only we can serve energy, serve natural resources, serve human lives also. So that is why very important. This is not only isolated concept. This all over the world. So information system can play important role in education people about insufficiency and making them aware of their rights. For an example, through information literacy activities. That means not only other parts, librarians also can contribute. There are many activities to the betterment of the society. So library would be understand those things, then only they can play a good role to the society, because library is very community center in the society. Library is a community center for society. So libraries are critical and meaningful to access the information. They have to role to play access to information to every user. They have to many different roles, such as create literacy activities, such as create information systems, such as create some approaches to aware of people. So focusing on providing every person with the opportunities and skills to create the information to their requirement. There are different requirements. I mean that information needs are different: educational needs, health needs, economic needs, and also research needs and entertainment. So there are many information requirements come from the people. So on that situation, librarians should play a different role to the awareness of the people or awareness of the community. Then in this research, I have looked for that definitions. What are the key terms of my research? So first is sustainable development. Sustainable development that meet of the present without comparison the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Although in this first grasp, most people limit sustainable development to environment, it is equally rooted in social equity and education development. We do not harm future generation. That's the meaning of sustainable development. And also initiative. Initiative means the action of taking the first step or move. Go forward. That is the initiative. So initiative means first step. What we should do to get move. And also academic librarian. Librarian attached to the academic institutions means academic librarian who are engaged with higher educational institutions or academic institutions. These key terms based on this research. Objectives. First objective was to examine awareness and use of sustainable library development initiatives among academic librarians. What they have start to do adaptation of sustainable culture or sustainable libraries, and also to explore current practice of sustainable library development initiatives. Finally, to discuss challenges felt by academic librarians. These are the main objectives. And also I will move on to the significance of the study. Actually, this research based on only academic libraries. I mean that university libraries in Sri Lanka, selected university libraries. So libraries are responsible to certifying that idea and information are shared similar with all people in the community. We have to share all the information equally. That is meaning we can educate people sharing knowledge, sharing information, what we have collected in our libraries. So that is why library is a community center. So they have to some approaches go beyond community and empower them to use information for their purposes. And also the libraries are focused to take on new responsibilities in the situation. This situation is new, so we have new responsibility to take necessary actions. Therefore, library need to prepare to follow sustainable library goals. So every aspect of institutions or human lives affecting sustainable development. So as a human being, all of us do, or all of us take necessary action to achieve these goals. That is why this type of research need, because what we have to do or what are the competencies we have. So those things we have to identify. Research problem. Government and other institutions are preparing action plan to implement sustainable development ideas. As we know, all the people preparing, government institutions and private sector and all the, for an example, Sri Lanka Library Association also doing some activities to achieve sustainable development goals. And also International Federation of Library Association, IFLA, also they also guiding us. So every aspect of human lives affected this sustainable development. So sustainable library initiatives provide leaders with the path forward to create libraries and communities. Therefore, it is possible to answer the following questions through this study: whether academic librarians are aware of sustainable development, which initiatives are used by them, and also what are the obstacles faced by them. We can answer those questions in future. So this research based on survey research method, primary data collected from survey, I have used Google Form to collect primary data. This research based on sample size 50 academic librarians in Sri Lanka. So I have sent them Google Form, and I have received 27 responses. So I am not taking all the universities in Sri Lanka, only select universities which are governing under University Grant Commission, and also secondary data collected from the journals, electronic databases, and also books. Most important thing, those primary data collecting only using online use. And also I would mention something, that means University Librarian Association published that newsletter. It is also based on as a primary resource, because university system, what they are doing recently, they have published in the newsletter. So as a researcher, I have referenced this reference source also to get some information related to this research. Then I move on to the research and discussion. Description of the respondents by positions. I have sent Google Form to librarian, deputy librarian, senior assistant librarians, and acting librarians. So respondent rate was as screen. Most of the respondents were senior assistant librarian grade 2. Respondent rate was more than 33, and also senior assistant librarian grade 1 more than 25%. And also librarian position, they respond 7.4. These are the distribution of respondent by position. That means all the positions represent in this research. According to the questionnaire, I need to know whether they have familiar with the sustainable development goals. So that is why I am asking that whether they familiar or not this concept. More than 63% respondents were said that positive answer. That means they are aware of that concept. And in my second question was that whether they have participated sustainable development program within last 2 years. So more than 48 respondents were say yes. That means they have some awareness regarding that concept. And most of them basically participated seminars. Seminar was the highest rate. They participated as an activity or as a component. And also training programs, conferences also significant. That means conference also popular among academic librarians as an activity. Next, whether they have academic librarians are usually conducting orientation programs. So whether they have adapted sustainability component to their library orientation, that also I need to ask. That means librarian can communicate some sustainable information to the university community through library orientation. So more than 33% respondents were say yes. That means they are including some activities or some information regarding to the sustainable development to their orientation programs. And more than 59% respondent was strongly agree with environmental management available in their library. Environmental management means that very popular among us going green concept. So many libraries, they are now started and active with green concept. And also librarian enthusiastic with update their knowledge regarding sustainable library initiatives. More than 37 were marked in 3 to they update their knowledge regarding this sustainable initiatives. I rank this first is lowest and 5 is highest. And also, under this research, I need to understand whether they are motivation with this concept, or whether they are motivate this concept, because if they are motivated, they gain knowledge and they can apply to the university activity. So motivation also I would be at one question. So on that, they motivate to, they encourage activities or they encourage participate different activities. For an example, additional training. They, according to that questions, they strongly agree with more than 29% respondent. They were agree more than 51% respondent. Next question was whether they are market their resources, whether they are market their sustainable resources. So they say yes, they are marketing their resources via among their user community. They use library website and also instructions and social media. Social media means some libraries create Facebook website, Facebook account or other social media. So librarians market their sustainable resource to users using library website, instructions, and also social media. Very important thing was that subject research guide also they used. One objective was that what are the initiatives in academic libraries. Most of them responded, they used improve staff knowledge as initiative, as activity. For before that, they have to aware among their staff, awareness, make awareness. That is very important, because as is academic library represent that librarians, professional staff, and also paraprofessional staff, and also supportive staff. There are 3 categories. So librarians aware, librarians conducting different programs to library staff to make aware regarding that concept. And also librarians conduct that community outreach programs, different community. That means the school students also, they can conduct some different outreach programs. For an example, grade 5 students, and also ICT and literacy programs also they were conducted. And there are significant amount responded that build library collection. Build library collection also sustainable library initiative, what they are doing. these days. According to this research, I need to know that sustainable initiatives, whether they are reporting any other university authority. So according to that question, they have responded for more than 40% academic librarians report their activities to the library committee. They have report their activities to the library committee. Not only library committee, library administration and university administration also they have make aware. Not only that, in this research, we have to look for what are the competencies need work with sustainable development initiatives. So competencies, all these questions I asked from the closed questions, giving some answers, then only I can collect data and analyze data very easy. So this was closed question. Most of the academic librarians required, they need planning and project management as a competency. They need planning and project management, and teamwork as a skill, teamwork, adaptability and knowledge expertise. Those skills, those competencies, they need work with sustainable library development. When we come to the end of this research, as one objective was what are the obstacles and how can we solve these obstacles for future need. They have mentioned more than 30% academic librarians were responded. Conduct advocacy program is very essential for the overcome these obstacles, and also promote open access. Open access means journals and other materials we can publish via online, and every person can access without paying. An established knowledge hub is essential, and also formulate policies regarding these sustainable library initiatives. Those are the suggestions they made to overcome obstacles. Finally, based on that result, I would like to conclude the library staff's responsibility and accountability is essential. Contributing their knowledge and innovative skills will aid the team's effort to meet the goal. So accountability and adaptability is very important for academic librarians. But the plus point is the sustainable development goal is that all can contribute in their capacity. All academic librarians can contribute in their capacity, regardless of their position in the university hierarchy. So every librarian can contribute to this creating new activities according to their capacity, and also conducting awareness session is essential, because these concept change according to the user need. So day by day we have to update our knowledge. For an example, way of giving information. whether they user, if user require online resource, academic librarian know what are the e-resources available regarding this subject area. As wise acknowledgement, my great thanks goes to all librarians, senior assistant librarians and assistant librarians of the universities. Without their kind cooperation, I would not be success in my research. So I must acknowledge them here. Those are some references add here. Thank you for listening me. Over to you.